Well, we've got our colours, whether it's artist quality, student quality, pans or tubes, doesn't really matter, but for all of them we need a mixing area to mix the individual colours and somewhere to keep the colours so they're ready to hand. Now, we've already looked at this paint box, and this is actually called a field box because, as its name implies, it's a convenient little box to take paints out into the field painting outdoors. As you can see, it comes with an inner lid, which is a nice mixing area, and there's two other mixing areas inside the lid as well. As you can see, I've had a pinky red colour in the past, and that's stained the painted surface. So that's that. You can get pallets like this. I call this a mince pie tray, and you get it in different sizes. This is a flexible plastic, but you can also get this in a glazed earthenware, which sits down nice and solid on the table so it doesn't move when you're mixing paints. There's the old standby of the plate where you can squeeze your tube paints around the edge and use the centre as a mixing area. And exactly the same, this is a plastic tray, does exactly the same job. If you want something a little more permanent and you're painting indoors, then this is a heavy quality plastic palette, and as you can see, it has about 20 wells, which are about the size of a full pan, but I've got these full of tube colours, and as you can see, it's got 5 good big mixing areas and a little thumb hole. Same idea with this, another little thumb hole. That's perhaps a little bit more flexible in this. You can take this outdoors, and when you've finished, fold it up and bring it home without making too much mess. And if you remember the palette I used to mix those colours in the 20-year-old cadmium orange, all that is the top of an ice cream tub, so don't throw anything away. Oh yeah, and a couple of other things that I think are absolutely essential when you're painting. One of them is kitchen towel, paper towel or similar. Not only to clean your brushes, but also to take off paint, excess paint, when you've got it on the brush and you want a dry brush effect. I find that a paper towel gets me out of all sorts of little potential crises before they even start. So always have a piece, if not in your hand, certainly to hand. And the other one, obviously with watercolour paints, is water. Now, I tend to have 2 jars available with me when I'm painting indoors. One is dirty, well, it's not dirty water when it starts, but it soon gets that way when you clean your brushes with the previous colour. But if you have a fresh jar of clean water that you can go into then, it means when you go into your next colour, you can keep your paints nice and vibrant. And when you're outdoors, this is a handy little device. This is called a Chinese lantern type of water pot, and what it does, it has a handle on so you can hang it from your easel if you want to, but when you're finished with it, you want to go home, you can close it down like that and it folds flat into your bag. But make sure it's not full of water before you do what I've just done. And finally, let's have a look at a little friend of mine that I've had now for about 10 years. And if you think that looks suspiciously like a video cassette box, then you'd be absolutely right. Let's have a closer look at it. Right, about 10 years ago, I was looking around for something that was lightweight, portable and waterproof that I could use to carry around some basic painting equipment when I went on sketching trips outdoors. And this is what I came up with. Inside, when I take the Velcro tabs off, just fold those under there like that. Inside, we've got some kitchen towel for cleaning up. We've got an old contact lens fluid bottle, which I chose because it was fairly flat, and I keep some water in that. We've got 4 or 5 brushes, a couple of pencils and a sketching pen, and they're all supported and held together with an elastic band wrapped round an old plastic ruler, which is handy for a straight edge but is much more effective as a support. I've got a pencil eraser inside, and I've got an old shampoo bottle, or the bottom half of an old shampoo bottle. If you've seen my hair, you can understand why the shampoo bottle took about 4 years to get emptied. But I put some self-adhesive Velcro on that, and that sticks securely against the side of the video box, and then I can just add water as I need it. Now, if I open up the paint boxes that's inside, you can see it's just big enough to hold 6 half pans, which are full of tube paint. It's got 3 reasonable sized mixing areas in. I put some self-adhesive Velcro on the bottom of that so that that doesn't go anywhere either. So I know that when I'm holding this box, everything is totally secure. And then I can paint away to my heart's content. When I've finished at the end of the session, everything goes back in its place. The brushes and the pencils go back. That's also secured with Velcro. The eraser, the kitchen towel, and the Velcro goes back and secures it. Simple as that. Now you can see, if you add to the portable paint kit a compact size Bockingford watercolour pad, this one's 7 inches by 5 inches, put them together, you can carry the pair of them under your arm. You don't even need a haversack or a bag to carry them in. So it's been a great little friend for me, this, and I'd really be lost without it.